Hello and welcome to 5960 Podcast for the January-February timeframe. I'm Tracy Frisbee for UAW 5960. This month we have the Chairman's Report, a report from the President, and upcoming events. I'll be right back after these words from the UAW Local 5960 Education Committee.
It's a small donation for Local 5960 to donate some water to the folks in Flint for all the issues with their water that they're having. And it's just a small part that we can do, and thanks for Puck, the chairman out of 653, that came in and did the same thing. We just want to thank Local 5960 and all the folks that donated, because Flint is the birthplace of the UAW.
What a great report from the Education Committee. Now, let's hear from the Chairman. This segment is sponsored by the Material Department that makes everything move.
Just want to say welcome back to everybody from the new year, and hopefully 2016 will be a prosperous and healthy and safe new year to all our members and everybody in the world. I want to take the opportunity to thank the Skilled Trades Group for doing all the hard work during the downtime, and our team leaders and PSMs that came in on the week of January 4th, 2016. There's been a lot of changes to a lot of jobs out there. So remember, when you get back, you can only do what you can do on your job. So if you have any issues, exercise paragraph 78 of the national agreement, because if the job can't get done, then we have to do what we have to do to add more jobs out there, because we have to be GMS compliant, and we want to build a world-class car within the time frame of our job cycle. So if you have any issues, then again, exercise paragraph 78. As you know, the schedule for Saturday's production, January 30th, February 6th, the 20th, the 27th, and March 12th and 19th was added this past week. And with that will be under Schedule Plan A of the National Agreement. The Bargaining Committee and myself will be working to implement local and national agreements. Right now we do have a Doc 70 in place, which would run through March 7th of 2016. And then Div 1 vacation sign-up time will be commencing on Monday, January 25th, 2016 through February 7th. So the approved vacation application will be returned to the members no later than Monday, February 29th. Progression employees are now eligible for transfer, so they can exercise Appendix A of the National Agreement. So in closing, let me say this. After experiencing all the things that we've experienced through Orion, we've done everything in our power to build a good car and build the product that our customers want. And I think all of you have done that. So thank you for all your hard work. Let's have patience in the new year, because we're going to have a lot of growing pains going through with this new re-rate with our one shift. And I know a lot of high seniority people are now heading back to the line off their good jobs. And if you're hurt and you can't do your job, please get with your committee body and make sure that the job can be done right the first time. With that concludes my report.
Thanks to Joel for that report. Now let's move to the President's Report. This portion of the show is sponsored by the Quality Department, where perfection is expected.
As we talked about before, really getting the worker-to-worker program going again, there's been a couple emails that I have sent out to try to start a new or a continual way of communication with all of you. I know Gerald has been trying to work a little bit with a Facebook official page and trying to just generate information. Gerald is actually working on someone coming in as a guest speaker next month to kind of get into a little bit more on what they've been doing downtown in Lansing behind our back, and just quite honestly handcuffing us for a lot of things that we have been trying to do. I would like to, for all of you to have a meeting as soon as possible to kind of revisit and see what our membership is within our committees, and see if we need additional support, and start getting others involved within the committees. And also, if you will, kind of put together a rough draft, if you will, on the game plan for this year as we move forward, some different events or whatever you might plan on taking place. TAA, I still don't have no response back yet on that. Now it's saying that investigation in process. So I'm hoping here very soon to hear some good news on all of that. As soon as we do, we will submit the names to the state. The state, by law, must contact you all that is eligible for TAA, and then we'll move forward with that, probably have an orientation here, and they'll let you know the opportunities that's out there for TAA. Unemployment, what I end up telling everyone is that you must report to Michigan Works. Now, the reason I said that was because at the end, GM was going to be the ones to submit the names for those that was going to be able to waive this, and I just knew they were going to screw it up, and wouldn't you know it, they screwed it up, because they did it. Some did get theirs waived, some did not, and also some from subsystem was receiving letters stating that they did not have to report to Michigan Works. So, that being said, again, everyone who's laid off indefinitely must report to Michigan Works. Those that are collecting sub-pay, you have the opportunity to waive that, okay? But you must contact unemployment and get that to happen on your own, unless you received a letter stating that it has been waived, okay? At the end of the day, what I would do, what I suggest, is just go to Michigan Works and your money won't be interrupted. I mean, that's just the easiest thing, just to get that out of the way, okay? Other than that, we will be back on schedule, of course, for our membership meetings, and the next one will be February 7th at 2 p.m. So that concludes my report.
Now, let's take a look at the upcoming events at UAW 5960. This segment is sponsored by the Chassis Department, where it all comes together. Next month's membership meeting is Sunday, February 7th at 2 p.m. We will celebrate White Shirt Day on Wednesday, February 10th, beginning at 10:30 a.m. The celebration will take place at the Mini Mart location and will include a walk through Labor Museum, along with live entertainment from members of the local. Approved vacation forms should be back in your hands by February 29th. An Orion Assembly is scheduled to have only one down week for the summer shutdown. That will be the Independence Holiday Week. Thanks for tuning in to the UAW 5960 podcast. Don't forget to feel the wheel at uaw5960.org. You can contact the podcast staff at any time at educationcommittee@uaw5960.org. Remember, union starts with you, and we'll see you next time. I'm Tracy Frisbee for UAW Local 5960.